Let me tell you, records are on their way to being shattered. A total of 64.66% of the 3.75 crore voters have exercised their right to franchise as of 7 p.m. on Thursday. This is a massive leap over 2020. You can see the numbers. Almost 8-9%. And this is the first time such a high polling percentage has been recorded, viewers, in 20 years. And this is just the first phase. Let's quickly ask a question or two of our experts here. And I want to bring in, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, Rahul Verma. The panel, previous panel got a little too heated. They got a bit parochial about their arguments. But I know you're not going to be. You're going to take the larger picture and the larger view, and we're going to end on a sane note. So I'm asking you, have the women come out, as it is being suggested anecdotally, to vote in large numbers, or is this just an optical illusion, numerical illusion, because we've suddenly seen a contraction of the voter list, and therefore you're seeing a lower base, and therefore this calculation?
Yeah, I think, Rahul, by and large, this is happening because of a special intensive revision, large number of people who were on the electoral rolls but actually not voting. Once their names were removed, the denominator basically contracted. And so largely this is an effect of that exercise. Second, this effect will, if we don't have the women turnout numbers yet, but you will see most likely you will see a similar increase in women turnout as well, proportionate. And the reason is that last time in 2020, women turnout was higher compared to men turnout. And what we also know from SIR exercise, that the proportion of deletions was higher for women compared to men. And so that correction is going to be higher for women. And that's why we should see a greater turnout numbers for women. So this is not to say that more people have turned out, because I don't think there was a serious pro-incumbency or anti-incumbency reports coming out from the ground. This is more of a mathematical effect of cleaning up of electoral votes.
So the opposition, the MGB, is saying more voters mean higher anti-incumbency. How would you look at that statement?
I think 30 years or more than 30 years of turnout data on Indian elections basically suggest that there is no relationship between turnout and incumbency chances.
Right. So it doesn't mean if more voters come out, there's anger and those people are wanting a change. Dr. Ranganathan, a quick one from your side. Yes.
It would have been wonderful if my good friend would have actually calculated and proven it one way, because you can find, the number of people who voted today. And if you divide them by the base, keep adding 65 lakhs, you would actually see whether the percentage is less or more. So, that figure, I can't draw it right now, but I think I request, my fellow panelists to, calculate that, and you would know for certain. And I think he's right, and you are right as well, because 65 lakhs were removed, you have the lower denominator, and that is the reason why, even though same number of people might have voted, it gives the impression that a lot of voting percentage has increased.
Well, so we do know that means also that if the trend from last time continues, which is the woman voter outnumbering the men voter, Rahul Verma, that would please at least the NDA. That much one can say with some amount of confidence.
Yes, given both that what we know is that women are much more likely to vote for Nitish Kumar. But when Nitish Kumar and BJP contest together, that proportion is higher. And the reason I'm making this argument is if you compare 2015 and 2020 election and voting pattern among women. In 2015, Nitish Kumar has not contested in alliance with BJP rather than RJD, right? And in that election, the women voting for Nitish Kumar was not that high compared to 2020 or 2010. And so there is a compounded effect when BJP and Nitish Kumar contest together, women vote is slightly higher for them.
And even 2024 Lok Sabha, if you were
Yes.
to look at that and project that number. Okay, viewers, this is fascinating. A higher turnout could be a numeric mathematical illusion or actually could be fact. And if it is fact and women are outstripping men, well, we've got an interesting contest, and perhaps that's why many people are so confident in the NDA camp. I don't know, viewers, we'll have to see phase 2. We leave it at that. Thank you for watching.